Hey everybody, Motorport 59 here, and talk a little bit about the mass exodus from California among the conservatives. The problem with the mass exodus of the conservatives from California is, first off, it's not as mass an exodus as people would like you to think it is. That conservatives, oh, we're out of here. No, you're not. Some of you are, but it's not that big an exodus. And the liberals are exodusing with you. The ones who have ruined this state are now fleeing it because it's ruined. It's hard to live here. It's expensive. I can afford it, but a lot of people can't. And a lot of the people who can't afford it are the people who ruined it. And so not only can they not afford to live here, they can't afford to go anywhere else either. And that is one of the big things. I have one of my buddies always tells me, I don't know why you still live here. I don't know why you're staying here. It's my home. That's why I'm staying here. And if I go somewhere else, where am I going to go? Where am I going to go that's not going to turn blue in the next decade or the next 15 years, or at least before I die? Texas? Sorry, Texas. You can say don't mess with Texas and it ain't going to happen here. It's already happening there. It's already happening there. All your major cities in Texas are being run by Democrats now. They haven't run them into the ground yet, but give them a few years. They will. Idaho. A lot of Californians that I know personally have fled to Idaho. There are no major cities in Idaho. Boise's the capital. There's Pocatello, Twin Falls, Coeur d'Alene. Those are the only cities of any import up there. And every one of those cities is either run by a Democrat or nonpartisan. One of the cities, I think it's Twin Falls. I can't remember if I wrote it down. Yeah, Twin Falls. The people don't elect the mayor there. They're chosen by the city council. Says she's a nonpartisan. But the governor is a guy named Brad Little. He is a Republican. He's being accused of being a rhino. I know nothing about him. I didn't dive into this that deeply. But the right's ticked off because he took donations from Warren Buffett, but Warren Buffett also offered his opponent donation money. And this is very common for people in those positions. Donald Trump's the same way. He was a darling of the left because he used to donate to the Clintons and he donated to this, and but he donated to the Republicans too. It's called hedging your bets. But anyway, he offered his opponent, a Democrat named Paulette Jordan, money too, but she declined to take his money. She is an Obama Democrat who believes in Obamacare and wants to do that kind of thing for Idaho. And Brad Little accepted a bunch of money from a bunch of healthcare organizations because they don't want Obamacare in Idaho, so they supported him. And he defeated a Republican in the primaries. He defeated a Trump-backed. The CBS News made sure they said that. CBS and a couple of other things that I looked at. And I don't think that not being an ardent supporter of Donald Trump in and of itself makes you a rhino. But some of the stuff this guy was involved in, I don't know, kind of looks that way. But it was kind of a biased looking website. So it was called Idaho Rhino Watch. The Boise mayor, Boise, the capital of Idaho, Lauren McLean, she is a Democrat, Green New Dealer, and believes in spreading the wealth, which is a kind way of saying she's a socialist, or at least believes in socialism. She probably doesn't believe in it for herself. She's also committed to transparency and openness in the government of Idaho. And when you hear a liberal say that, you know that's the last thing on their mind. Coeur d'Alene is actually, the mayor of Coeur d'Alene is actually a leftist activist. His name's Jim Hammond. And he recently had a right-wing activist group was doing a demonstration, and he had many members of that group arrested. And then just a few weeks later, he went out with a leftist activist group and demonstrated with them. Yeah, that's fair and unbiased. But Idaho, I got no interest in going there. And it's like I talked to my buddy. Where am I going to go? Oh man, he wants to go to. He's talking about Idaho. They have family up there. Montana. I don't want to live in Montana. I don't want to live somewhere where it's freezing ass cold 6 months out of the year. I don't want to live where there's blizzards and stuff like that. I want to ride my Harley when I want to ride it. I want to ride my dirt bikes. I want to play golf. I want to wear shorts year round. It rarely gets cold enough in Bakersfield that I have to wear pants unless I'm going to ride my Harley, and my riding pants if I'm going to wear, or if I'm going to ride my dirt bike. But I play golf year round in shorts. It just doesn't get very cold here, and I like that. It's very temperate. Oh, it's hot as hell in Bakersfield. Yeah, right now it is. It is hot right now. I think it was about 104 today, maybe 105. It was 106 yesterday. We've had a whole bunch of 100 plus days for the last couple of weeks, but it happens every year. From July, middle of July to the middle of September, it's blazing ass hot here. But you can still go do things if you want to. I play golf. I don't like doing it over 100 degrees, but I've done it. I don't like doing anything over 100 degrees, but I only have to do it a couple of months a year. I've traveled pretty extensively in the western United States for sure, and through the prairie states, and not much on the other side of the Mississippi, but I have gone there. I've been to the South, and I don't want to live there. I don't want to live in the South. I don't want to live with bugs that big and humidity and snakes coming up out of your toilets and alligators and all that. I don't want to live in that. I don't want to deal with it. There's a reason it's green back there. It's humid all the time. I don't like humidity. It's hot out here. Oh, it's a dry heat. We make fun of that, but it's true. I'd rather be in 106, 107 degree dry heat than in 90 degrees and 90% humidity. I like California. California's badass. It has the most diverse geology, geography, everything. It is the most diverse state in the United States, far and away. Nowhere else even approaches it. Where I live, I'm 2 hours from the coast. I'm an hour from the desert. About 3 hours from Yosemite. I'm 4 hours from Vegas. I like living here. Does it cost a lot? Bakersfield's a relatively inexpensive place to live as far as California goes. But yeah, it does cost a little bit more to live here, but not a lot. My stepdad's lived in Missouri for a long time. I have friends, our family who lived in Tennessee for a long time, and it's a little cheaper back there, but not that much. It's going to take more saving. It's going to take more than saving a couple $1,000s a year for me to even consider going, and I probably still wouldn't. My family are here. I have one daughter in Denver, and I have a niece in Miami. All the rest of my family, my close family, and my friends are here. I've had some friends recently went to Idaho. Some went to Tennessee. I don't want to live in either of those places. My family in Tennessee, I went back there, and beautiful place to visit. Montana, the prairie states, awesome, beautiful. I was just there in February on a trip, and awesome place to visit. But I don't want to live there either. I don't want to live in Denver. Denver's just another big city. I don't want to move. I don't want to go anywhere. It's just not worth it to me. I was talking to a friend of mine who lives in Idaho. We got to, he was giving me the same thing. You should come up here. You should move up here. And it's like, it's not that much cheaper. It's really not. Not for, if you live in Los Angeles, yeah, Idaho's a lot cheaper. But in Bakersfield, it's not that different. Gas is $1 a gallon cheaper everywhere because we have $1 a gallon of gas taxes here in California. But the median home price in Bakersfield is not much different than the median home price in Idaho. So if I were to sell my home here in Bakersfield, I'd have to go buy one for essentially the same price somewhere in Idaho, unless I wanted to live in a little bitty place, and I don't. But I don't know. I'm not going to move somewhere that's going to turn blue, and Idaho's going to turn blue. Texas is going to turn blue. I've been saying for a long time now, Texas is the next California. I even did a video a while back called "Blue Wave Coming to a State You Just Moved to." California has a population of about 39 million. And of those 39 million, almost 29 million of them live in the greater Los Angeles area, the greater San Diego area, San Jose, and the San Francisco Bay Area. And those places are predominantly liberal. Not everybody in California, obviously, not everybody votes. Not everybody's old enough to vote. Not everybody can vote. I don't know if those numbers include the illegals that keep flooding into our state. Probably not. But the simple fact is that California is gigantic. And if you look at a political map of it, most of it is red. The Central Valley, inland, once you get away from the coast, once you get out of Southern California, even inland in Southern California is a little more conservative, but the eastern part of the state, the deserts, but there's just no people. We just don't have the numbers. And that's what's going to happen in Texas. All the big cities are going to, they're already turning blue, and they're going to take over. Same thing's happening in Idaho, just like I just said. And I'm not going to pull up stakes at 63 years old and start a new life somewhere else where I can't go do the things I want to do when I want to do them all the time. I don't care if it's cheaper to live there. I don't care. I don't even care if the politics is okay. It's not worth it to me because I'm not angry about living in California. I'm not stressed about it. I don't like the politics. But pretty soon, I'm not going to like the politics in Texas or Idaho or many of these other places that the conservatives and the liberals are fleeing to right now. What do you think? You thinking about moving? Are you going to move? Did you move? Are you happy there? Do you think you'll be happy in these other places? Let me know in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motorpoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. We'll see you all later. Probably here in California somewhere.